Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Planet and Alien here on YouTube. I'm Weird Little Alien. So, I just put out a video about Riverdale Season 3 spoilers, you know, that we all got and stuff, you know, talking about Riverdale. I ranted a lot. I'm sorry it was so long, but thank you for watching, people, and thank you for commenting. And I don't know. You guys are just really awesome. But anyways, so I finally just recently started saying Betty and Bughead is incest. You know, I started saying it. They're incest. Before, if you've been watching my videos, I would kind of beat around the bush. I'd be like, oh, they're not really incest. You know, they just share a brother, and that's just weird and gross. And if they found out, they shouldn't date because that would just be even grosser. And then their parents are getting together, so that's even weirder and gross. And it's just a weird situation, them sharing a brother. So I never really called them incest until recently. And then I was like, you know what? In this video, I was like, in the Season 3 spoilers, I was like, they're incest. I said it, it's done with, they're incest. To me, they are. I know everyone's different, just like everyone has different opinions on couples they like, on the characters, on the show itself. But, so, I got a comment that said, Bughead is an incest. And then another person was like, you should have spent your hour researching what incest means. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I had to check the notification. So I decided to search what incest means, like I said. And what's funny is, now, stepfamily is included in incest. Because I'm going to read it and put it on the screen. But stepfamily is included in incest. Now, mind you, a mom with a daughter who's, let's just say, 17. And a dad with a son who's 17. They get married, the mom and dad. And this 17-year-old girl and 17-year-old boy, they become stepbrother and stepsister. But then they develop feelings for each other and become boyfriend and girlfriend. But they're still connected by marriage, and it's still in the category of incest. Meaning, you're telling me that Betty and Jughead, who share a brother and whose parents are going to get together, are not incest? When stepfamily is considered incest and they're not related by any means except marriage. Because, like, let me read it to you. Incest is sexual activity, which Bughead has already had sex, so there you go, is sexual activity between family members or close relatives. This typically includes sexual activity between people in blood relationships, meaning they're blood related, and sometimes those related by affinity, stepfamily, those related by adoption or marriage or members of the same clan or lineage. See, even adoption. So if you were to have your own child and then adopt a child and then they decided to start dating, that's incest. If a stepbrother and stepsister start dating, that's incest. That's what it's saying, right? That's what it's saying. So why is Betty and Jughead not considered incest when they share an actual brother? Like an actual brother. And they're, like I said, their parents are getting together. But yet, they're not considered incest. But when you actually look up the definition of incest, you can consider them incest. If stepfamily is incest, Betty and Jughead are incest. If adoption is incest, sorry, say that fucking 5 times fast or whatever, then Betty and Jughead are incest. Like, I just had to say that. Because, you know, like, people are saying, like, you know, did you guys who tell me, like, Bughead is an incest, did you even look the word up? Because if you look it up, they could be considered incest. They are considered incest. Because if a stepfamily is considered incest, stepbrother and stepsister getting together is considered incest, then why wouldn't Betty and Jughead be considered incest? If they share a brother, and yet they're not considered incest, but yet a stepbrother and stepsister who share nothing except that their parents are married, that's considered incest. Like, you know, like, Betty and Jughead are actually, they could be in the category of incest, whether you choose to accept that or believe that or not. But when you search incest, you know, Betty and Jughead kind of fit the profile. You can see them being in this group. I mean, they are, in a way, incest. I mean, they share a brother. Blood, DNA, whatever, no matter if they have blood DNA. Regardless of them not sharing the blood or DNA, but just having this brother, that's still considered incest. Because if you find out you have this brother and then you continue hooking up with your boyfriend who also happens to share this brother with you, then that's considered incest in its own way. And before I was like, whenever people were like, Bughead is an incest, I was like, Yeah, bughead isn't the exact definition of incest, but now searching incest, bughead can fit right in there. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you look up incest, bughead could easily fit into that category. If stepfamily and adoption and all that is considered incest, then you best believe two people who are dating who share a brother, that's considered incest. So I just wanted to point that out for all the people who are saying bughead aren't incest. They're not exactly incest, I guess you could say. Like, it's not like they're fucking blood related or share DNA and like having sex with their brother or sister, but they share a brother. They are considered incest in some way. When looking up the definition, you could consider them incest. But, I mean, that's just me. That's what I just wanted to point that out for all the people who say bughead isn't incest. I looked it up, and you could easily put them in this category, and so I'm still going with their incest. And, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or, you know, say they're, because they're incest, they need to break up or anything. I'm just saying, to me, they're incest. That's what I'm going with. I've said it. It's over with. It's done. But I just wanted to point out that if you really look up the word incest and the definition, then you would know that Betty and Jughead fit into the category. That's all I wanted to say. So